Welcome to Plan 9 Crunch. I'm Doug Gibson, and we're going to take a look at a I think it's 1941 film. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Yeah, it's 1941, Spooks Run Wild. It is the very first film that Bela Lugosi made with the East Side Kids. And Lugosi, because he had fame of Dracula, always kind of played a sinister guy in movies, but he was also used as a red herring at times. And this is a good example, this horror comedy, where he's a red herring. Now, let me set up the plot. The East Side Kids, they live in Brooklyn, but they're being sent to the country because they're disadvantaged youth or the youth with problems. And they go to this rural town and to the camp, and there's a monster going around killing people. And the whole town's aflutter about that. And in this movie is Dave O'Brien, who's a well-known B-movie actor. Cult film fans will remember him in, the Bela Lugosi film Devil Bat, and also The Corpse Vanishes. And I think he's also in that marijuana film, crazy film. I can't remember the title right now because I'm doing a show. Otherwise, I'd remember it for sure. Reefer Madness, that's what it's called. He is the counselor, and he grumbles to the films that the kids are not behaving and messing up his thesis. And the nurse there is played by Dorothy Short. Oh, Dave O'Brien, did I forget to mention, made shorts for major studios that were very popular in the 40s also. Documentary types, sort of tongue-in-cheek. But anyways, Dave O'Brien and Dorothy Short were married at the time. Didn't last. That's not uncommon in Hollywood, but they were married. So, as I mentioned, you got Leo Gorcey, you got Huntz Hall, you got all these kids. One of the East Side Kids, Skinny, played by Donald Haynes, this was his last film. Shortly thereafter, he died in World War II. Kind of sad, isn't it? I want to set up the first scene here where you see Bela Lugosi. He is playing Nardi the Magician, and he's with Angelito Osito, who plays Luigi. And of course, he was a little person, and he's in like 3 or 4 films with Lugosi, I think 3. Let's watch the first scene, Jack.
Happy dreams, Slappy.
This book is murder.
Thirsting for the flow of bright red blood. At this moment,
A nice introduction to Osito here. Casket Company.
Good evening, my friend.
evening.
You are a resident here?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Then perhaps you can tell me where the Billings estate is.
The Billings estate? Why, it ain't been lived in for 10 years. Not since old man Billings was murdered in his sleep.
Interesting. But you were about to tell me where it was.
Oh, sure. It's up there, on the top of Billings Mountain.
Oh, I see. Is there a road to it?
Yes, but,
Thank you. Good night, my friend.
Okay, Jack. So you can see we're in a town where there's a maniac killing people, and Lugosi comes in looking very sinister. So the total red herring here. I want to go to a second shot, which I think is pretty good. Eventually, the East Side Kids go out. Well, first we're going to be in a cemetery, okay, with Nardi the Magician and his assistant Luigi. Can we go to that, Jack?
of the dead, do they too hear the howling of the frightened dogs?
Great. That chuckle is so perfect.
Diana Billings. Winter came after 18 short summers. She was beautiful.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
What's this? I love the wolf howling. That's Dracula vibes right now. Okay, Jack, we can go right now. Now, whoever played the grave digger, the caretaker of that cemetery, is a total psychopath. If anyone enters a cemetery, he shoots them. And he later ends up shooting one of the East Side kids. So he's a bit unstable, but it's just a wonderful little film. You can see Lugosi really enjoying himself. I love when he talks at the grave, the theatrical way he's talking, and things like that. You know, it's Hunts Hall, who's in these movies, also in the Bowery Boys. He recollected that he told Lugosi, "Mr. Lugosi, what do you think of the East Side Kids?" He said Bela got very theatrical and playful and said, "Scum." But then he said Bela was only joking. And I think he was. The East Side Kids certainly weren't the level of Bela Lugosi, but, you know, gave him a good paycheck. He was the main guy. Lugosi would make a second film called Ghosts on the Loose, which isn't as good as Spooks Run Wild, I have to be honest with you. Has a couple moments. Lugosi looks tired in that movie, and he doesn't get top billing in it like he did with this movie. Well, Jack, why don't we go to a third scene from this film, in the haunted house, quote unquote. See his friend who got shot by the psychopath caretaker?
Take it easy. Easy. Put his feet up here. Well, how about calling a doctor?
There's no telephone here. However, I have some knowledge of medicine. I will treat you, friend. I suggest you wait outside, or better still, in my study. Thank you.
Okay. Come on, fellas. See you later.
Okay, thanks a lot, Jack. We can go now. That's a very important scene I just showed you because it really exemplifies the red herring role here. Do you say the way Lugosi is maliciously, gleefully looking at the injured teenager at the very beginning, and then actually he lights the candle, he gets underneath it. He almost looks like Dracula about to attack Lucy in Dracula. So he really plays the red herring role quite well in this film. Spooks Run Wild is a good film. Don't ever let anyone tell you that the Monogram films or the PRC film that Lugosi made are lesser examples of his talent. No, he shines in those movies. He makes them something special. And I think Spooks Run Wild is a lot of fun. Can I make a plea? If anyone watching this has the ability, Spooks Run Wild needs to have a Blu-ray. It's one of the few films out there that doesn't have a Blu-ray release right now. I'd certainly buy it. I'd call 20, 30 friends, tell them to buy it too. Anyways, thank you for our time to celebrate Lugosi's career and watch his performance, or snippets of his performance in Spooks Run Wild, a Monogram film. And I'm Doug Gibson. We're at YouTube at Plan 9 Crunch. Give us a subscribe. We're also, you can like us or follow us on Plan 9 Crunch podcast and blog on Facebook. You can like us on TikTok. And we have a blog, plan9crunch.com, where I know Steve Stones, my co-blogger, has reviewed Spooks Run Wild. So anyways, thank you very much, and that's a wrap.